Well, on target for one segment.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Didn't get his hands off the wheel.
It was looking so good, so committed, and it was looking like it was the basis of a great lap, but got too greedy on that left-hander, cut across the inside of the...
Let's take another look at it.
He wasn't going to make the corner. That was a game of chicken between Romain Grosjean and Stingray Robb.
Sideways.
This is on board now. Whew.
Total passenger in that. All he's done is just driven through the...
Go on board with him and take a listen. Just see suddenly car just stops slowing down and just slams into the back of Eric Foss-Gottberg.
Lucky not to have done some suspension or driving damage. He turned in and the back end just sliding away, and he got a couple of little wobbles and then just missed the end of the tyre.
Well, there was contact with the Porsche Cayman coming out of Galgenkopp, and the Lamborghini speared across to driver's left. It was on the right-hand side of the track. Then the wheel was separated by hitting the barriers.
We need blue 3 position 1. Blue 3 position 1.
He's going to turn in, I expect, get a kick of oversteer. He was a little bit wide already, and then that's game over, and he had no...
Expected to brake by hitting the outside barrier, so yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on.
That'll need a new gearbox as well. That was very much like Alex Albon's shunt, wasn't it, in the Williams? He's carried too much speed in there, though. Maybe he was slightly distracted by the Alpine on the...
Both of those cars come to an early rest of the race. Look, there you go, you can see. Actually, there was another of the Hyundais getting involved, and Michael Carlson as well.
The wrong time to be caught up by Pitamba's own incident with Maximilian Paul.
Well, there was no room on the inside there, was there? Maximilian Paul took a lunge down the inside.
Down.
He's going to be trying to follow that other Lamborghini in front, opens up to him. I think he's going to use a little bit too much curb on the left and also contact with the Mercedes. And it just bouncing around, doesn't it? Just takes it round, the weight's on the front of the car and the rear comes round. Still a big old hit that into the wall.
Tino actually get out of the way a little bit. Seeing Pato coming, he just carried too much speed in, it looks like.
Yeah, it's just desperate. Nice bit of driving.
There it is. It's a brake rotor. Brake rotor broke. He was talking about having trouble. Unfortunate. Man, he was having such a good run in this 7 car, doing exactly what he needed.
Or is he just taking a lot of the curb, around it goes, a lot of the curb on the inside. We saw that last year in the middle of the night, one of the LMP2 cars.
Bit of oversteer there through that next left. The caddy getting sideways, the sister car, and on power, the rear just snaps. He catches it. The equivalent of the high side on the motorbike goes in.
From this moment here, Kamui Kobayashi gets hit from behind as they're entering a slow zone. The Ferrari GT car number 66 gets hit from behind. Guido van der Garde in the number 39 Versus back out of it, but disappointing moment for Gustavo Minnaar.
Still driving, and that's...
It's just one of those classic Le Mans accidents. That it's one of those places where...
Place it in the 117, there's a big squeeze between the two there. Look at that, into the side. Oh, and Ovenden was just slow out. Oh, it's a big hit from the camera car.
From his onboard, just listen. Absolutely nothing Will Power can do in that scenario.
11, this is an onboard shot. Yeah, just lost the rear, and as soon as you go off, not a lot of runoff there. Oh, you can hear that damage. And I was getting to the point.
To 9 now, this is the moment. He's over the curb.
Yeah, he launched it over the curb, unsettled the rear end, and then locked.
As he gets down into the braking zone. Oh, did he touch the grass on the right? I wonder.
Or is he?
On this onboard right here, you see him get hooked in the left rear. Excuse me, the right rear, and it was significant contact with the outside wall. Remember,
and did well not to hit him as he accelerated, just got the wiggle on. Could have been called tyres. Saw the red and white.
He just nailed it way too deep, got into the back of the two Lamborghinis together.
Well, Bernie, would his race engineer be having a chat? Let's have a look at the replay first. And found that's exactly where Piastri is, and had to take avoiding action while Piastri.
All tight. Start watching those mirrors here.
I'm not so sure that Austin Dillon meant to get there. He got hit. Yeah, I was from behind.
Brought out the red flag. There's the moment for Logan Sargent. Not much runoff area around this.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, and as soon as he touched the grass, the car almost accelerated towards the barrier. No level of.
It's the 43 car. Lawson off the track. Came past, and then there was a hit to the side to side between the Oreca and the Ferrari, and it sent one car into the barrier stage right.
Oh! That was bizarre. Just runs off the road there with no other traffic in sight.
Safer barrier has styrofoam behind the wall. Oh. And he hit it about as hard as we've seen someone hit a wall here.
Weekend. That'll be a full safety. I don't see any crane there.
You okay? You okay? Something failed on the.
Oh, McLaughlin had spun.
There we go.
It was Power's teammate Scott McLaughlin who had spun, as you suggested, coming out of the pits. Power went high.
So O'Keefe's going to be turned in the middle. There he is.
So David Wall had nowhere to go. He had Ryder Quinn on the left, and he had Luke Some cameras pointing at Vincent Adrianaco for this race today. You can see that little nudge. And big thump into the wall. Well, that's what caused the...
Shearer was disqualified for having an insufficient fuel sample. Was chasing a redemption win today on the curb. Round he goes into the wall.
Sorry, guys.
Along with him.
They're turning in. Here we go. Let's just listen.
In front, now what happens next? Side by side, and round it rotates, and there is nowhere to go for the number 4 at all. Very bad board with Charles Weerts. Car 32, well, he's been given a thump up the rear, so he's completely innocent in all of that. But then that horrific moment, you're sitting facing sideways on, and then fortunately him going off.
Here we go.
Oh! Yeah, big contact.
And, that's Stanek in front of us, and just straight.
I'm out! What the is he doing?
Now, where does that Toyota go? Yeah.
Well, the question that the stewards will look at is, did the...
And thank goodness for that 4-layer banded tyre barrier there. Well, the 79 doesn't move on the inside and the left, and then he goes through. Oh, he just got tipped and put onto the grass by Connor De Filippi and head on into the...
Here it is from Bobby Labonte. See, let's get into each other ahead of him.
Und dann geht's links rum und da verliert er das Auto, dreht sich, rutscht an der Wand entlang und kommt dann mitten auf der Strecke. Och, und meine Güte, reißt Buemi mit, reißt Und das ist dann der Treffer von Auto verliert. Der kommt hier um die Ecke, sieht das nicht, dass da ein Auto steht, kann nur auf die Bremse und streift's.
To come by is Kyle Kirkwood. Watch this. Kyle Kirkwood flashes by in the pink car. You see to the right there? Kirkwood, the last.
But as he's getting pushed by Sammy, he's moving back and forth across the racetrack. So he goes left, right. And so he gets kind of turned into the 00, hits the 00, and that's what gets the crash.
That's okay.
Oh,
He's dipped a wheel.
Wow.
He's dipped a wheel on the left-hand side and a massive impact.
Yep.
Oh.
Got hit. And it's hard to say.
Head, and he's just going to drift in, or is it Joe? Oh, it's Joe into Ricardo into the Alpines.
This is on board with Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah, that's inexcusable, really. I mean,
Martin's managed to fire the car back up. Oh, Cohen. Oof.
Man, I thought the one was coming. Oh my God, sorry.
And he knows.
Mortara and Stoffel Van Dorn are involved. Robin Freins, by the looks of things, is the driver who's involved.
Well, as he tried to turn right for the chicane, the tyre was having absolutely... He wasn't even on the throttle, was he?
No, it wouldn't turn indeed on his debut. Right, on Bob and Georgi Donchev, we're having a look at a replay here. Oh, dearie me. So, looked like Greif had already lost it and was just collected by Diego Stifter. Boof, there you can see, big impact. Wheels going in all directions.
He might still have to. Oh boy, that's shocking. What happened
Barely got offline. It just shows you with this much green.
So his right tires are dirty. Let's listen here.
Yeah, there's just nothing he could do. The
Look
right
at the left.
side.
go.
Move 3. Full run ahead.
That's just, when you're 2 and 3 wide on these restarts, I mean, what are you going to do?
The contact with the wall on the right side did more damage than... You hear that? Just trying to see if that contact had anything to do with it.
Landon Lewis's 04 was right behind Haley.
The end of all that. Now, let's ride on board. This is with the 555 Ferrari. Well, okay, I thought it was him, and unfortunately he thumped into the back of, I would suggest that was number 88. Now, let's look on board. We can see Porsche's enter Okazaki's Porsche is just up ahead. I think 87 and 4. I could be wrong. They're both R&B Racing Porsche.
This will tell a bit of the story, because someone gets into the back of Will reasonably early on there. Just there. Yeah, so that's Cam Hill. This is Frosty, who does a great job here. What's all this? I don't reckon he actually made contact. So that...
Into stage 2, the resulting impact causing radiator damage after a small brush with the barrier.
Ooh, he's off. Back end off, and he's hit the Armco, I think, at the side. So this is a replay. Oh. Yeah, they're not coming back.
Tell us, let's have a listen. Hit the inside fence, I think. Wow, heavy contact, and this just goes to show how risky this place.
Along with Christopher. He's quite a bit quicker.
Car in front of him, 26 of Kazgrala. We watch it as the engine expires there, and right up in front of him, all that fluid. And you saw it on the camera too.
As soon as the car rolled in front of him with
on his own, or did he make a mistake? Got through. Ooh, now there was an Aston Martin that he was trying to go by there, and I wonder if he just closed the door on him a little bit.
To the Seal Master Lexus, Ben Barnicoat.
Oh, it was turn 3, yeah.
a car's width. And he didn't. Look, bam, straight off the road.
The racing line takes you out.
Happened on the inside of him. Maybe he didn't know they were 3 wide at the time.
And yeah, look, he drove straight down the middle of the racetrack there. No.
Oh. Something let go.
Yeah.
Something let go for sure.
Failure on that car.
Sort of, 3 wide, here we go.
Oh, how do you like a hamburger?
There we go. Oh. And that is a classic.
There's been a rear puncture, which then caused the front lockup for Aaron down into turn 1.
That's it from Martin.
He's got a left rear puncture, hasn't he? That's why it's locked up. So actually, he looks like he's got in way too deep. But
it's difficult to speculate from that point of view.
Race Control, thankfully, have got lots and lots of different camera angles and, of course, data available to them as well. And there you can see all
As Nick Tandy literally had nowhere to go, got clipped from behind.
He was pretty much past it, and
correct.
As the car spun around, he would have known nothing about that whatsoever.
BMW was Augusto Farfus just in behind that, and masterful avoidance there.
Yeah.
Just had a car and a half.
And I think this is on board with Leonov. Yes, it is. So he's gone in a little hot there, gone round. So I think that's the Alex Ryman Porsche that had a bit of a touch. Whoa! The Kessel car just came bang into the side.